Hello and welcome to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to learn how you can invite a user in your Skool community and add that person as a contact in ActiveCampaign on Typeform Submission. Let's say you have created an online form using Typeform. Now you want that whenever a user enters their details and makes the form submission, you want to add that same person as a contact in ActiveCampaign. Also, you want to send an invite for your Skool community to the same person as well. So in this video, we are going to see how we can automate this complete process with the help of Pabbly Connect. So let's begin. As you can see, we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Typeform to ActiveCampaign to Skool. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we are going to connect the form which we have created in Typeform. We are going to connect our Typeform account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that every time we receive a new form submission, a new form response, automatically the details of that form submission will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and this automation workflow will trigger. After that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we are going to send those form responses to ActiveCampaign so that we can add that person as a contact in our ActiveCampaign account. And at last, we are going to send an invite to the same person's email address which they are going to enter in form response and invite them in our Skool community as well. So let's see how it is done. Starting from a trigger window, here in Choose App, we will search for Typeform. Just select it. After selecting Typeform and trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Entry. After selecting a trigger event, just click on Connect and select Add New Connection over here. Now here guys, we have to connect our Typeform account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this Connect with Typeform button. Now, because we have already logged into a Typeform account in our browser, Pabbly Connect will detect the same account. Just scroll down and click on this Accept button. And as we click on Accept, we will see our Typeform account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the only thing it asks us is the form. And here in this drop down below, you can see a list of all the forms which I have created in my Typeform account. Here in this drop down, we have to select the form for which we want to receive the responses inside Pabbly Connect. So I have created a form named as contact form in my Typeform account. And I want that whenever we receive a new response in this form, we receive a new form submission, the details of that form submission, those form responses should be received inside Pabbly Connect. So we want to set up this automation for this particular form. So here from the drop down, I'm going to select that same contact form over here. After selecting the contact form guys, just click on this Save and Send Test Request button. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see it has now changed to Waiting for Response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get some details, some new form responses for this form submission from Typeform. So what we are going to do, we will go to our Typeform account and we are going to make a test form submission. Just click on this Publish button, and after publishing it, we will just go to this Share section and then we will copy the link of this form and paste it in a new tab just to make a dummy form submission. Just copy the link, open a new tab and paste it over here. And after pasting this, we will make a test form submission. For example, let's enter the name. The name of the person is demo user. So demo user is the name of the person who is making the form submission. This is the email address which the user is entering. So whatever email address the user is going to enter while making the form submission, on the same email address, we will be sending the invite for our Skool community. Then just click on Submit. After clicking on submit, just now we have received a new form submission in Typeform. We will get back to our Pabbly Connect workflow, and here in this trigger window now you can see we have received some response. And in this response, you will get all the details of this exact same form submission which we have just now made. We will just scroll down to these responses and we will start seeing all the details over here. Here you can see the response of the phone number, the same mobile number, phone number which we have just now entered while making the form submission. We will scroll down further and here you can see the same email address which we have entered. Then here you can see the same last name user and also the same first name. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully connected our Typeform account with Pabbly Connect and received the form responses over here. Now let's move to step 2. In step 2, we want to send these same form responses, same details received from Typeform, and we want to add this person as a contact in ActiveCampaign. For that, we will just scroll down, come to this action window, and here in Choose App, we will search for ActiveCampaign. Just select it. After selecting ActiveCampaign, here in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Create or Update Contact. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our ActiveCampaign account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key and the URL of our ActiveCampaign account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key and URL. So to get it, just go to your ActiveCampaign account and from the left sidebar, just go to Settings. After coming to the Settings page, just go to Developer and under Developer, here you can see the URL and the API key of your ActiveCampaign account. Just copy this API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After this, copy the URL as well, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here too. And here the help text says that we have to enter the URL without the https://protocol. So we will be removing this protocol from the URL and we will be keeping the rest of the URL as same. And then just click on Save. Now as we click on Save, we will see our ActiveCampaign account will also get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the email. That what is the email address of the person to whom we want to add as a contact in ActiveCampaign. So we have received email address, phone number, first name, last name, all of those details from Typeform Submission, from Typeform responses. And here in our trigger window, we have received the form responses over here. Now what we have to do, one by one, we have to basically map these responses in this ActiveCampaign action step into the respective fields. Like the first field which we have is email. So we have to map this response of email address received from Typeform in the trigger window, and we will be mapping this response in this email address field. So guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and here in the drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Typeform of a new form submission. Out of all of these responses, select this response of email and it will be mapped over here. So whatever email address the user is going to enter while making the Typeform submission, automatically the same email will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and with the same email, we are going to add that person as a contact in ActiveCampaign. After email, it is asking us first name, last name and phone number. So we have received these details as well. We have received the phone number of the user, the last name and also the first name. So we will be using the same process of mapping for other details as well. Just click here, from the drop down, select the response of first name and map it in the first name field. Then we will be following the same process of mapping once again. Here for last name, we will be selecting the response of last name. The last name which we have entered was user. Then just click on this phone field from the drop down, select and map the response of phone number. Here it is. Then it is asking us for the tag ID. So here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the tags which we have created in our ActiveCampaign account. So if you want, you can add some tag to this newly added contact as well. Let's say I want to add a tag named as lead to all of these contacts which we are creating. So I have selected lead over here. Then after that, it is asking us for the list that in our ActiveCampaign account, in which contact list we want to add this contact. Right now in my ActiveCampaign account, I have two different lists. First one is the master contact list and second one is named as Pabbly Connect. Let's take an example. I want to add the contact in this list named as Pabbly Connect. So we have selected it over here. Then it is asking us for the account ID of our ActiveCampaign account. So right now I haven't created any accounts over there. So you can either keep this field blank or you can just turn on the mapping button and leave it blank over here. This field is not a mandatory field. But if you have created accounts in your ActiveCampaign account, in that case, you can basically select the account which you want to assign with this new contact. And after entering all of these details and mapping all the required data, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the details which we have mapped over here, basically the response is the details which we have received from Typeform Submission. With the same details, we have added that person as a contact in ActiveCampaign. So we'll go to our ActiveCampaign account, we'll go to the contact section. And yes, here you can see that this new contact is added in our ActiveCampaign account. The name of the contact is demo user, the same name which we have entered while making the form submission. Then you can see the same last name, email, mobile number. Here you can see the same lead which we have added as well. And also it is added to the same subscriber list Pabbly Connect which we have selected. This means the step 2 of our automation is also completed. Now after this, let's move to the step 3. In step 3, we also want to send the invite for our school community to this same person who made the form submission. For that, just click on this Add Action Step button over here. And then here in Choose App, search for School. Just select it. After selecting School, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Invite New Member. And then just click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, the first thing it asks us is the school webhook URL. Now here guys, to connect our school account and send the invites for our school community to a new member, what we have to do, we have to basically get a webhook URL from our school community, from our school account. And we have to enter that webhook URL over here. Now you must be thinking how you can get this school webhook URL. So to get it, just go to your school account and switch to the community in which you want to add this person. For example, I have this community in which I want to add this person, to invite the person or invite the member. After switching to the community, on the right side, just click on this settings option and then go to plugins. After coming to the plugins section, here you can see an option named as webhook. Just click on this edit button in front of it. By default, this webhook option will be at off. Just turn this button to the right side, just switch it on and then copy the webhook URL from here. After copying this webhook URL, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And in this way, we are going to receive the webhook URL and we are going to paste the webhook URL over here. After pasting the webhook URL, the next thing it asks us is the new member email. That what is the email address of the person to whom we want to invite to our community in school. So what we have to do, we have basically received the email address from Typeform responses. So here from Typeform responses, once again we will be mapping the response of email over here in this new member email. Just click on this field. From the drop down, here you can see a list of all the responses from ActiveCampaign and also from Typeform. So from Typeform responses, select the response of email address entered by the user and it will be mapped. So whatever email address the user is going to enter while making the form submission, we are going to send the invite for our school community to the same email address. And after mapping the email address, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that an invite has been sent to join our school community to this email address. And this invite will be sent for this particular community for which we have received this webhook URL. So let's check it. Let's check the email inbox of this user. We will just go to a new tab and then just go to the Gmail account of this user. We'll just go to all mails. And yes, here you can see that just now this person, the same email address who made the form submission, this person has received an email and this is an invitation to join the Pabbly Connect community. As you click on this join now, as the user clicks on this join now button, he will be redirected to this community and he will get an option to join this community as well. So in this way, you can see that the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new entry in our Typeform submission, automatically the same person will be added as a contact in ActiveCampaign, and we will be inviting the same person in our Skool community as well. We will be sending the invitation email to the member. Now, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once. I will go back to the same form and we are going to make another form submission over here. And this time, let's enter the details of a new user. For example, the name of the person over here is test user. Then after that, this is the email address. And then this is another dummy mobile number. Click on submit. So just now we made another form submission. Now as we make this form submission, we will see instantly within seconds, this person will be added as a contact in ActiveCampaign. So we'll go to ActiveCampaign, we'll go to the contacts page, and yes, instantly this person test user is added as a contact in our ActiveCampaign account. And also the invitation email for our Skool community is also being sent. So we'll go to the email inbox once again, and yes, here you can see that another email invitation is been sent to this person. This means guys, this automation workflow which we have created over here, this automation is working perfectly fine. Now after testing this automation, if you want to clone this exact same automation workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account, you will get the clone link of this same workflow in the description box below. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any doubts or queries, you can write us in the comment box below. Thank you. Have a great day.